Hello and very warm welcome everyone. It's Marta. Welcome back, my friends. I don't have much time today, but I wanted to create something with this paper and couple bits which are lying on my desk. Now, I also have the pack of the paper doilies which I've bought in a grocery store, and you're not gonna believe these were lying in a basket, like this miscellaneous basket right beside the checkouts. These were like 1.99 Polish zloty. To give you comparison, that was like 40 pence or 50 cents if you're in the US. This is how cheap they were, and I just could not hold myself. I just need to have it. And this is the great solution for those of you, my friends, who doesn't have the access to die cutting machine. Those paper doilies, they will do the job for you. Let me just show you how. Now, I've got the paper, and I was mentioning the paper before. I've bought couple packs. Well, I sent my husband right before we were moving back to Poland. I sent my husband to BM to buy me the same white paper, which I was always buying, but it's the same packaging, but the paper is somehow coated. I don't know if that's the company changed the recipe or they have this different batch and they just pack it, but it's the same white cardstock, yet this one is coated and it's not suitable for printing. But I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna put it to a waste. It's a good quality sturdy cardstock, so I'm using it as the card basis for my creation. Now, I'm using this piece of the paper, which was that was left over once we were making those little flowers. For those who watched that video, let me know in a comment if you watch it. I just smeared the leftover ink on the piece of the paper, and because it's a very thin paper, I'm just gonna emboss it because it's quite crinkle. And I also added piece of the vellum, this thin parchment paper, because I'm gonna do two things at once, and having the paper support with your vellum, it's preventing vellum from tearing. So if you have the problem, if you ever try to emboss vellum and it's tearing up because it's very delicate, try to use it along with the piece of the paper, and I guarantee to you that it's not gonna be as ripped as it would normally be. Now I'm gonna add something extra, which I have the whole big stack of the holographic paper, yet I haven't been using it yet. I don't know, maybe I did like maybe 2 or 3 cards with it. For some reason, I am not too shiny person, like I'm just preferring this calm, nice, like pastel tones color, rather than bright and shiny and all the sparkliness. But from time to time, I am challenging myself, and today is the day I am using this holographic paper because I have it. And also, this is very important as a crafter, as a creator. I want to grow, and I'm not gonna be making any progress if I won't be coming out from my comfort zone. And this is something which I am encouraging you as well, my friend. If you want to grow your crafting skills, it doesn't mean that each time you have to try new technique. You cannot enjoy the things you like and which are working. Here, I'm gonna be creating the card very similar to the card which I've made in the past, because I like it. I do enjoy this design, and I think it's working for every occasion, especially if I need a quick card. Go and reach for the things it's gonna be working. But from time to time, try to challenge yourself by switching the color palette, by switching different products or things like that, because that way you're gonna be progressing, you're gonna be developing your skills, and sometimes even going outside the comfort zone will help you to discover things you like, which you thought like, oh, I'm not really liking it. But then you can try it once or twice and you can eventually say like, oh, hey, this is very nice. Now, here's my precious wallpaper. I grabbed this piece of the silver wallpaper, and I'm really, really, regretting I didn't buy the whole packet. I really love it. I've got the leftover piece. It's very shiny. And this is great for cutting the foliage, like little leaves or different things like a framing outside. And wallpaper, that could be very cheap alternative to the silver or mirror cardstock. If you find something like that, try to consider maybe it's worth buying. I really regret I didn't buy the whole packet. I only grabbed myself, this kind of like a leftover sample. and I asked if I could have sample of it, and they allow me. So I've got like a little piece, and this is just great. It's so cheap to use in comparison to this, to the same cardstock. Like if you would buy like a glitter cardstock or something, and it does the job. Now I'm gonna be creating an anniversary card. And here I am just trying to see which elements I need to cut so I could save myself a time. If you work on electrical machine or even manual, you've got in your head like, oh, I'm gonna need a sentiment, I'm gonna need some leaves, I'm gonna need some numbers, some things like that. Always have a little thing like what you need. That will save you time. It doesn't mean that you cannot go past like second time, third time, whatever you need, because this is what I do as well. But you will become way more efficient with your card making if you will kind of save yourself time on even like a cutting. Like here I am just adding bunch of things all at once on my die cutting plate, and that way I can save up the time, and I am also saving energy because I don't have to use this electrical machine several times. Now once I cut my element, it's time to put my card together. I'm sorry if you're hearing the noises, but obviously there's Olympics going on and my boys are just watching. A Polish team is actually playing volleyball, and this is semi-final. I should probably watch it with them, but I thought this is the only time I can actually record the video, because tomorrow my son is having football training, then he's having swimming session as well, another training, and it's just the whole day is busy. Plus my husband is working on a night shift, so once he come back home he'll be sleeping, so I'll be with Wojciech for half a day and then all the trainings, so I won't have any time to record any videos. And then we have a Friday also planned with our friends, so it's gonna be a busy a couple days. So I thought I'm using my chance to actually create and record videos whenever I can. Now I had a plan to use this holographic like a scallop circle underneath, but I thought even though I do like shininess a little bit, that was way too much. Even though I was planning to challenge myself with this holographic paper, I thought, I need to keep a balance. Like that was way too much. But I needed something underneath this paper so I could actually make it a little bit stronger, having some support from the backside. And that way I'll be able to actually put some sort of a dimension over there. So whatever you have, you can use the double-sided foam tape. I'm using the packaging. This is just a regular cardboard boxes. We actually have like, believe me or not, but our garage, after we moved from Scotland to Poland, my garage is filled up till the roof with the boxes, like empty boxes, cardboard, other bits. So I'm trying to use it up, and this is a good solution, especially if you're needing like a foam tape or things like that. Go to a store, grab yourself a cardboard box, and it's not gonna be working for everything. Obviously there are some things, and you will see that in a minute, that for my number I will be using foam tape rather than cardboard, because for the skinny little pieces like that, sometimes you're not always able to put the cardboard. You could still do it if you like, but it's just because this element is so little and it's so narrow, I was worried that the cardboard will be sticking out from underneath. So you'll see that in a minute I actually use the foam tape. And here the best thing I like to do for skinny frames, for sentiments, just to put a blob of the glue on my hand and just quickly tab it, rather than trying to adhere it. Maybe with the precision glue that will be easier. I used to have that precision ball, but I've lost it. And the other one I had, because I had a set of two, one of them I've actually lost this little needle which was going, and the other one I don't even know where it is. So here, as I've mentioned, I don't want to add the cardboard because that could be visible from the side, and this brown cardboard that could ruin the whole experience of this card. So I'm just switching it with the white foam. And make sure, even if you use the foam, the company, it's very well adhering. always add a touch of the glue, either liquid or hot glue. It will just save you, you know, preventing elements from falling off from your card. So here is my number one. I've decided to do the card for the first anniversary. So you know, I don't have anyone specific in mind, but it's always good to have like this 1, 5th, 10, 20th anniversary couple of the cards on your hand, just in case maybe you're gonna need it, or if the customer will come to you and say like, hey, do I need a card for such and such you know, occasion. You could either show them example that you could create something like that, or maybe similar, that will give them a little idea of what you can do and how it's gonna be look like. Or if someone would like to buy it, then you have it on the go. So it's always better keep yourself a stack of the different creation, like cards for different occasions, so that will save you because sometimes in the life and I was it's example from my own past. Like when Wojtuś was little, our son was little, sometimes he was unwell or something, and someone was asking me for the card. Can you do a card for this or that? And that was kind of a short period of the time. They needed just quickly in a matter of day or two. I wasn't able to provide it, and I was losing the customer because I said like, oh, I could do your card, but because it's like very short notice right now, my son is unwell or something else is going on, and I just cannot. And many occasions, if you turn the customer down, they're not always coming back to you. So just to keep that in mind, it's always good to have a couple bits, you know, ready for whenever you need it. Here I have my handmade flowers, and these flowers I actually made when I was watching TV series downstairs in my living room. They do not require any specific dies or something. I just cut the foam with my scissors, and let me know in a comment if you would like to see the video. I could possibly do similar flowers and just show you how am I doing it. Now I am just putting my composition together and just randomly trying to, you know, see which leaves, because I've got a few different ones. I've got the white one, I've got the silver one, and the purplish one, and I'm just trying to, you know, kind of put this nice rich composition without green leaves, because not always, just because you have a flowers, you're not always needing green color leaves. Sometimes you can go with the vibe of your card and switch the color for like silver or other bits, whatever you like. Just experiment, have fun, and see what's the result. But if you like, if you feel like you would need the green color of leaves, be, you know, be my guest, and then just do whatever is sparking the joy. Always remember that when you creating your own cards, try to search into your own style, try to be you. You know, you're gonna feel it in your heart, especially for the friends who are new to crafting. I know that at the beginning, and I was exactly the same, we need some sort of inspiration from other creators, from other crafters, for learning purposes, to see how different things are made, to see, learn about different techniques. But try to experiment and listen to your own heart, what it's telling you. Like if it's telling you like, oh, I like bright colors, or I like darker one, I like this style or that style, just go and, you know, don't look upon the other creators, what they are doing, what is you know, what is fancy now, or what is on the top, like popular, because things are changing. And you know, and if you're gonna be listening to your own, like what is your gut telling you, like what you should do, how the things are looking good for you, you'll be faster in developing your own style, your own perfect, you know, touch. Now my friends, I actually reached the limit, 40 minutes. I was a little bit, you know, more than that. I've used a little bit more, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes if you feel like you need a little bit more extra time, use it, and this will come to you back in the form of like, this will be much appreciated. Like try to what I'm trying to say, if you're gonna be going shortcut and create like, oh, this is quicker, just for selling the cards, always like quick, just to finish, just to make more, it's sometimes way more worth to spend additional time to create something extra, because that way, if you will please your customer, they'll be like, oh wow, this is really super, like, fabulous, it's looking amazing. They're gonna come back to you the 9 time of 10. I cannot say 10 by 10, but 9 times out of 10 they will come back to you, and they will also bring the another person. I recently make a card, like few occasions actually. I'm starting from being new, like in Poland. In Scotland, I already had established like my customers and everything, like, you know, in my own town. But here I am new, and I am seeing that whenever I create a card, whenever I sell the card to someone, then it's usually the recipient or someone who was that day on a like birthday party or something. Someone sees my cards. I usually leave the logo, like I've got those stickers with my phone number, email, you know, all this contact details. It's on the back of the card, and if the card is in a box, it's also on the back of the box. And you know, they are reaching out to me, and there's more and more people in my area who are reaching to me, who are asking for a cards for, you know, different things, if I could create this you know, a special gift for them. And because I'm always trying to go you know, the best way I can do, this is the guarantee of the success. Now, my card is finished basically. I'm gonna add a couple of the nouveau drops. I hope you enjoyed this kind of a chit-chatty encouragement video as well, and that bring you some sort of idea or thought which you can bring to your own craft room. Let me know if you like this card, or would you like to see more. I actually have another video. Let me just tell you that I've created the fancy card and I film it live, and that is 2 hour long videos. And I'm just thinking, like, shall I post it or not, because I've already uploaded to YouTube channel, and then I had to actually delete it for my phone. Oh, here I had the accident. Last thing I wanted, it was just to add those pearls, just to let you know. But going back to the video, I uploaded to my YouTube channel. I haven't posted yet, but then I had to delete it from my phone because I had no more room for recording more. So let me know if you're ready to see that 2 hour crafting session or not. And here I thought I still need something, you know, to enhance the elegance of this design, so I add a couple of the pearls. And that is my card ready. I will show you the close-up look for us on my Instagram for a change. So if you're interested to see it, go to my Instagram. Stay blessed, my friends. I'll see you shortly, and bye-bye.